Hello friends, welcome back. I am Devapriya and today we'll study second half of the poem A Legend of the Northland. So starting with we'll see the rhyme scheme of the poem. In the first half we had seen that the rhyme scheme of poem was A, B, C, B. So the first word with us is do. Ending sound is O. We'll name it with letter A. Next word is flat. New sound will label it by next letter that is B. Next is wafer. Again new sound will take next letter that is C. Next is that. Here that and flat. They are giving same sound, so we will repeat the letter B. Second stanza small. We will label it by letter A. Next word is myself. New sound will take next letter that is B. Next is away. Again new sound will name it by next letter that is C. Next word is self. Self and myself. They rhyme to each other, so we will repeat the letter B. Third stanza angry. We will name it by letter A. Next word is fade. New sound will label it by next letter that is B. Next is woman. Again new sound will take next letter that is C. Next is saint. Saint and fade. They are ending with the same sound. So we will repeat the letter B. Next is selfish. We will label it by letter A. Next is foam. New sound, next letter B. Next is shelter. Again new sound will take next letter that is C. Next is warm. Here foam and warm. They are ending with the same sound. So we will repeat the letter B. Next is do. We will label it by letter A. Next is food. New sound will take next letter that is B. Next word is boring. Again new sound will take next letter that is C. Next word is wood. Wood and food. They rhyme to each other. So we will repeat the letter B. Next is chimney. We will label it by letter A. Next word is word. New sound will label it by letter A. Next letter is B. Next word is woodpecker. Woodpecker and bird. They don't rhyme to each other, so we will take next letter that is C. Next is bird. Bird and bird. They are ending with the same sound, so we will repeat the letter B. Next is head. New stanza will label it by A letter. Next is same. New sound will label it by next letter that is B. Next is bond. New sound will take next letter that is C. Next is flame. Flame and same. They are rhyming word, so we will repeat the letter B. Now school board. New stanza will label it by letter A. Next word is good. New sound will take next letter that is B. Next is day. Again new sound will take next word that is C. Last word is food. Food and wood. They rhyme to each other, so we will repeat the letter B. So friends, as we have seen, rhyme scheme of the whole poem is A, B, C, B. So it is the rhyme scheme of the poem. So the poem continues like, then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer, but she couldn't part with that. As we had seen in the first half of the poem, the old lady was in effort to make very small piece of cake for Saint Peter. Continuing with her effort, this time she took very small amount of dough from the big one and she rolled it until it became thin like a wafer. But she couldn't part with that. But now also she was not satisfied to give it for free. For she said, my cakes that seem too small when I eat of them myself are yet too large to give away. So she put them on the shelf. As we know, Saint Peter was very hungry. He was about to faint by his hunger. In place of giving him some food to eat, that old lady kept those cakes, including the thin one also, on the shelf for herself. And she gave an excuse that, dear Saint Peter, I felt like when I eat those cakes myself, I feel like these are very small. But now when I am doing charity work, I feel like those are too big to give away for free. Then good Saint Peter grew angry, for he was hungry and faint. And surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. Now, though Saint Peter was very cool-minded, but by the behavior of this old lady, he grew very angry. And also he was very hungry, and he was about to faint. And surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. Now, such a woman means a very greedy and selfish woman was enough to make any saint angry. Provoke means to make angry. And he said, you are far too selfish to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm. Now here Saint Peter says to old lady that you are very selfish and you don't deserve to live in a human form. In fact, you have both food, warmth and shelter to keep you safe, but you don't deserve to live in human form. Now you shall build as the birds do, and shall get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring all day in the hard dry wood. As we know, Saint Peter was very angry by the behavior of old lady, so he pronounced a curse upon her that you will no longer enjoy the human life comforts like food, shelter and warmth. In place of, you will become a bird who have to make her own nest and work very hard to get a small amount of food. Scanty food means small amount of food. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word. And out of the top flew a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. Now Saint Peter had just completed his curse without any movement and without speaking any word. The old lady was transformed into a woodpecker and she flew out by the chimney of her kitchen. And she was changed into a bird forever. She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same, but all the rest of her clothes were burned black as a coal in the flame. Now before she was transformed into a woodpecker, she was wearing a red furry cap on her head. But that cap was remained same, as now also we can see that cap on the woodpecker's head. But rest of her clothes were burned by the flame of chimney, and they were transformed into the black body of woodpecker. And every country school boy has seen her in the wood, where she lives in the trees till this very day, boring and boring for food. According to the legend of Northland, means every school-going child has seen that woodpecker in the forest. Her wood is used for forest, where she lives in the trees till this very day, boring and boring for food. Means now also if we'll go in forest, we can find that woodpecker in forest, and now also she is boring for food, she is searching for food. So friends, it was the explanation of the poem. Now let's see the poetic devices used in the poem. So there are 4 poetic devices used in the second half of the poem. They are alliteration, repetition, anaphora and simile. Starting with the alliteration. Alliteration, as we know, is the repetition of consonant sound in front of words in the same line. So examples of alliteration are, then she took a tiny scrap of dough. In this line, the sound is repeated in word took and tiny. So they are example of alliteration. Next is, for she said, my cakes that seem too small. In this line, sir sound is repeated in these 4 words. So they are also example of alliteration. Next is, so she put them on the shelf. Again in this line, sir sound is repeated in these three words, so they are also example of alliteration. Last one is, and surely such a woman. In this line, sir sound is repeated in surely and such words, so they are also example of alliteration. Next is repetition. Repetition is repeating one word or a group of words in the same line. So examples of repetition are enroll and roll it flat. In this line, word roll is repeated 2 times. So it is example of repetition. Next one is by boring and boring and boring. In this line, word boring is repeated. So it is also an example of repetition. Next one is boring and boring for food. In this line also boring word is repeated 2 times. So it is also an example of repetition. Next one is anaphora. Anaphora is repeating one word or a group of words in front of upcoming lines. So examples of anaphora are and. In these two lines, and word is repeated in their front. So they are example of anaphora. Next is two and two. Here also two word is repeated in these two lines in their front. So they are also example of anaphora. Next one is simile. Simile is making comparison between two dissimilar things by using like and as. So examples of simile are, and baked it as thin as a wafer. So here cake cannot be as thin as wafer. So here cake and wafer, they are two dissimilar like things. So and like as is also used. So it is example of simile. Next one is black as a coal in the flame. Here clothes of that old lady are compared as the black as coal. So it is also an example of simile. So friends, these were the poetic devices used in the second half of the poem. Now let's discuss the theme and the message of the poem. The poem is based on the theme that greed is a grave sin. Greedy people don't deserve the blessings and the comforts of human life. Human beings should thus acquire qualities of kindness, fellow feeling and empathy. The poem conveys the message that as human beings, we should have positive like affection, love, fellow feeling, sympathy and sense of sharing. So friends, I hope you understood the poem very well. So like the video, share it and subscribe the channel.